Hey guys, welcome back to Train Simulator 2016, where we are going to finish career mode on the Riviera Line. So we're down to the last one, which is storm consequences. So battle the consequences left from the storm that hit last night. Keep a lookout for the temporary speed restriction. Okay. So we'll just wait for that to load. Usual loading screen showing recent DLCs, in this case BR Class 40. So it shouldn't take too long to load. It seems like a long time when you sit here watching it, but actually it's not. That's Hamburg to Lübeck. That station does look quite nice, I have to say. Another BR train. Okay, so that's another train going out by the look of it, and we, I assume, are over here. We won't be that one. It'll probably be this one here, I would think. That looks like us. So we're going to have a temporary speed restriction somewhere. Okay, so this is the 0751 to Paynton. It's a mixed morning with bad weather last night causing disruption along the coast. Network Rail are checking out the line, so there'll be some delays along the way. Okay, let's get the passengers on. Doors are open, but nobody much around, so I don't know if anybody's going to come and want to get on. It's like it's raining, so what I'm going to do is put our lights and our wipers on. Though I don't think we need the wipers going continually, but we'll see. It doesn't look like anybody else is coming to join us, so let's check the task list. 9 altogether. Yeah, should be interesting. So we have red lights at the moment anyway, so we aren't going to be going anywhere until signal changes when it zooms. Let's just move forward and we'll see if the signal's going to change for us. I think there was a train just went out in front of us, so we may be having to wait for that to clear the block in front of us. So we'll just gently move forward. It's 25 mile an hour limit, but we can't really get going until the signal changes for us. Hopefully it will, fairly soon. We've got 3 passenger cars behind the engine, so we should not have problems with length of platforms or anything like that, because we're not a very long train. Here we go. So let's get moving. So it looks like we're coming to a 30 mile an hour limit and then a 75 a bit further down. Need wipers now, can't see a thing. Lovely day. Storms last night and it's not looking much better this morning, so wonderful really. There you go. It's certainly been like this in the UK this winter. We've had lots and lots of storms, flooding in some areas, lots and lots of rain. It's speeding slightly. Okay. So we're coming into a 75 now, but we're fast approaching Exeter St Thomas. So we left Exeter St David's and now we're approaching the second Exeter station, Exeter St Thomas. So I'm not sure whereabouts this temporary speed limit is. So as it said, we'll have to keep our eyes open for that. Not sure if it's a temporary speed limit. Will it show on the scrolling display below? I don't know. If it doesn't, it will make life pretty hard to know when it's coming, but there you go. So we've got what looks like a yellow signal coming up, so I'll get ready to acknowledge the warning for it. There you go. So this again is where you'll see people wandering around dressed exactly the same as they do when it's nice and sunny. So the passengers' dress doesn't change with the weather, which is a shame. It'd be nice to see people walking around with umbrellas and overcoats or whatever. Okay, so we'll open the doors. Just have a look outside. Again, nobody around much. Again, so I assume the graphics are the same. Yep, same people as any one on this. So they don't vary the people on the train either, which again would be quite nice. But whole point is you can drive trains, and we can certainly do that. So obviously on the diesel line there's no overhead power lines or anything like that along here. So diesel train, smoke coming out the top. I think we were slightly early arriving at this station actually, so we're having to sit and wait for a while. Shouldn't be long though before we're on our way now. Okay, Starcross in 7.6 miles, so we should be able to get a bit more speed on this one. Let's hope the temporary speed restrictions aren't down here. Hopefully we can take advantage of a 75-mile-an-hour limit. We're moving towards a 100-mile-an-hour limit soon. So temporary speed restriction, I wonder how slow it is. As soon as there's people working on the lines, it's going to be pretty slow for safety reasons, so you're probably talking, I don't know, 10-15 miles an hour possibly. So we're going to need to keep an eye open for that, without a doubt. But can't see anything at the moment that's indicating it's here, so certainly can't see any sign of any people working on the lines. So we'll get this one done, guys. We have finished Riviera Line in career mode. We'll perhaps move on to doing some more of the Edinburgh-Glasgow line next. Try and finish that off, that would be cool. So coming into 100-mile-an-hour limit now. We haven't got anywhere near 75 yet, so probably not too much to worry about there. Obviously some of these diesels, were not the fastest trains in the world. There's one going the other way. Hello! Morning! Whistleboard. So we've got a crossing coming up. And there it is there, so that's what we were sounding our horn for. Green signal, as you can see, and you just heard the tone, single tone for a green signal. I'm not going to be able to see so much of the lovely Devon countryside today with all this rain. The visibility is not great. So it would just be nice if passengers were dressed for the weather conditions rather than still walking about in exactly the same stuff they usually do, but there you go. I'll say, main point of the simulation is drive trains, and we can do that, so So about just under 5.5 miles to go now to Starcross, platform 1. I haven't seen any sign of anything that suggests we've got temporary speed limits yet. I've got no idea whether they will show on that scrolling display at the bottom or not, to be honest. Hopefully they do, because that will make life a lot easier. At least that way we've got some warning when they're coming up. We may also have probably yellow, possibly even red signals as we approach them, which will obviously mean that we're going slowly anyway, so that would also help. So it's not a very pleasant day. And apparently it was none too good last night. Must have been quite a storm by the sound of things. Another train coming the other way. Morning! Another whistleboard. If you watched any of the other scenarios in this route, you'll know there's quite a few of these crossings. In the first look scenario, we ran down this particular piece of track and we're sounding our horn for quite a few crossings, so getting down to about 3.25 miles now, and we're coming towards the 75-mile-an-hour limit. We haven't gone much above 75. Simply because the train can't get there, basically, so 75 is probably quite fast enough, to be fair, especially if there are central temporary speed limits and weather like we've got at the moment, then 75 mile an hour is probably quite enough, thank you. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, that's a warning for the 75 mile an hour limit. That's okay. Signal's green, so at the moment it looks like we're heading for being a few seconds late, but we're basically on time, so that's good. Another crossing. It's definitely less than a pleasant day. Not nice at all out there. By the look of things. Here comes Starcross now. Starcross platform 1 has appeared on the scrolling display and is about 1.5 miles away. So it's not going to take us long to get there at 70 miles an hour. So I'll start applying the brakes on step 1. Get us starting to slow down. Another whistleboard. Still no sign of temporary speed limits yet. I did say there will be some. They didn't sort of give us any guidance as to where they are. In the last scenario they told us that the late running service causing yellow and red lights would become an issue from Newton Abbot onwards. In this one they haven't given us any indication as to where it is. So we're going to have to work it out for ourselves pretty much. Okay, so we're getting close to the station now, so I'll just start applying the brakes again. Keep sounding the horn because I see the circular white boards with a W on it. I don't think you lose points if you don't do it. It strikes me it's probably the right thing to do. So we're about 40 seconds late, so it's not really much at all. Doesn't look like there's anybody much here going to get on the train either. Maybe the weather's putting them off. They're all staying at home instead. In this weather, I can't say as I blame them really. But there you go. We'll come to a stop there so that people can get off and go straight over the bridge, or get on if they come over the bridge that way. Let's have a look. Nobody getting off. It doesn't look like anybody's getting on either. You can see our passenger cars are all within the green area of the platform. We could have been a bit further forward, to be honest, but I think we're okay. And given that nobody wants to get on anyway, it doesn't really matter a lot. So let's get ready to go. And the time was penalty, but it's plus 93, so it's not a penalty at all. So you can't really even see out to sea at all. It's sort of blanketed in mist, I suppose, or just lack of visibility due to the rain, low cloud and all that. So Dawlish Warren is next. And it's only 1.9 miles away, so we should get there fairly quickly. Doubt we'll get up as far as 75 before we need to think about slowing down again. Some would say typical British weather. British pastime is moaning about the weather. This is certainly not ideal. Okay, now we're approaching a 75 again, so it's going to drop to 75 again, but we've got nowhere near 75 anyway. And Dawlish Warren is none too far away now, a little bit over a mile. Another whistle board, so I'll sound the horn again. So we're still a bit late, 45 seconds or so. Oh, we've got a flashing yellow signal now, so let's start slowing down, because I think that's 25 limit coming up. I think I might have said it was 75, but I think actually it's 25. Possibly a track change. Might be why we had the yellow signal and the lower speed limit. Unless that's the temporary speed limit they're talking about, but somehow I don't think it is. We'll see. Fast approaching the 25 limit, and we are indeed changing track to the left by the look of it. I thought that might be the case. We're about a minute late, so I'm not sure we're going to keep very well to timetable on this scenario, but we'll see. See what we can do. Problem is, if we can't ever get up to the speed limits, then you're not going to be able to, stay ahead with the timetable, really. Okay, here we go. So start slowing now. See what I mean by the people walking around dressed pretty much as if it's a nice summer's day. So maybe something they'll think of doing in the future is passengers dressing as the weather is. We clearly know what the weather is, because that's the whole point of the scenario, so go ahead, see, she's got no protection against the weather at all. Should have a coat on. Don't blame me if you catch a cold. Should have a coat on. He hasn't even got a coat of any sort. She's got a bit of a raincoat on. That looks a bit better. Okay, you'll be... Network roads operating single line work in ahead. You'll be running on the up lane between here and Teignmouth. Watch out for trackside workers as you go. So maybe this is the temporary speed limits coming up. So it said we'll be running on the up line, but I'm not entirely clear which one is the up line. Are we on the up line, or is the up line the other one? Don't know. Looks like we're crossing over according to this sign, so I guess in that case it's the other one. So I guess that's why we're still in a 25-mile-an-hour limit. We're in the 70 now, so let's try and get some speed up if we can. This is where the ice cream stand is, so they ain't going to be doing much business today. I don't really think it's an ice cream day at all. You can see the sea a little bit along here. Sea doesn't look too rough for what is apparently stormy weather, but there you go. So there is a 10-mile-an-hour limit coming up just before Dawlish Platform 2. So I suspect that might be the temporary speed limit that we've been warned about. So I think we've got to start slowing down. There may be a number of people working on lines down here, so could even be a red signal and we have to stop for it, you never know. I suspect this 10 miles an hour is a temporary speed limit, because I don't think there was a 10 mile an hour limit down here before. Normally if it is a temporary speed limit you get little yellow boards telling you about it. That could well be what that one is. Possibly. So certainly this will blow the timetable, I would have thought. Well, we're only about 30 seconds late at the moment, but you know, 10 mile an hour limit needs must if they've got to do work on the lines, but so these workers down here. Oh yeah, there's one guy standing there, look. Or a couple of guys standing there. She said we're speeding before we even reach the 10 mile an hour on the scrolling display, so I'm not quite sure about that, but there you go. Okay, so this looks like the temporary speed limit, and here are the guys all working on the track. Hopefully the passengers should have been told that we're stopping this side, not the other side, as we usually do. Okay, let's come to a stop along here. There's a few people around, so we'll try and make it easy for them to get on. Should really all be under the covered bit, guys. It's raining. So we've got a few people getting off and a few people getting on by the look of it. Nice hill in the background. Still some nice scenery to be seen, but a lot of it we can't see because of this weather. This girl walking along here in a sleeveless top and short skirt, and it's absolutely tipping it down out there. So there you go. And she's not going to make the train anyway. So let's head off. 10-mile-an-hour limit still. Too fast, slow down. And we're picking up speed when we don't really want to here. So we lost a few points there, that's a shame, but never mind. It's doing it again. Almost got to keep the brakes on, we must be going downhill or something. Here we are a little. I wouldn't say it seems to be that steeply downhill. I mean, 1 in 101, but it's clearly picking up speed all the time. It's gone back to speeding again, you see. And stop it that time. So is this the end of the temporary speed limit here? This yellow board could be the end of it. We'll soon see. 10 miles an hour is very slow compared to what we're used to seeing on this line. No change in the limit as yet. I was hoping that might have been it and we'd get back to normal running, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Oh, 60 now, there you go. Let's try and get some speed up. Two and a half miles to Teignmouth. So is that the only temporary speed limit, or will there be more to come? We don't know really. Hopefully if there are more we'll get another briefing screen like we got for that one. But I'd imagine that we need to go back onto the left-hand track at some point. Get us back onto the track that we normally should be on. I think that's what they'll do. It's maybe not yet. No, it doesn't look like it yet. Signals are green. So we may be staying on this line for a while, because this is the opposite side to where we'd normally be. We'd normally be on that track to the left, but they're using the single line running because of work they're doing back there, so adds a bit of variety, doesn't it, to the scenarios. If you've got things like this, it's quite a good idea. Get a bit of everything in this Riviera Line scenario, it seems. So this is the last career scenario on Riviera Line. So once we do complete this one, we'll then think about going back to one of the other lines and trying to complete that, possibly Edinburgh Glasgow. Okay, we're coming up on the 60 mile an hour, but we're also coming up on Teignmouth platform 2. In terms of time, yeah, we are a bit late. Still less than a minute, which I don't think is so bad considering. And that 10 mile an hour limit will have slowed us up quite considerably, I would have thought. This is a good example of why you don't go from 0 to 100% acceleration straight away, because in this weather you could get wheel slip. So I want to go up to something like 70, get moving, and then increase it up to 100. 70% that is, not 70 miles an hour. So 70% acceleration initially, and then once we're moving up to 100%. Going straight to 100% from 0 could cause you wheel slip, which will lose you points. Drive quality messages, which will also lose you points. I see these people are sensible, they're standing under the covered area. Very sensible people. You still should have umbrellas or coats. Okay, so we'll stop there, let a few people on, see them getting on. I'm a bit worried about time on this one, I've got to say. I think we're going to, we're not going to get a gold medal, I'm fairly sure about that. We did on the last one, which was good, but this one I certainly don't think we will. Not really good for any fault of our own, but I'm still getting positive scores, even though it says timeless penalty. It actually isn't a penalty. As long as we keep the scores at each platform positive, that's a good thing. Once you do get seriously behind, it's very, very difficult to get time back. And we're coming up on 25 now to change tracks back again, so let's make sure we don't go over 25. Fine, we got to like 25.9 and still won't get speeding, losing points for speeding. Now it's starting to pick up speed all on its own again, so maybe it's slightly downhill. Yes, it is. Okay, we're in 60 now. I'll push it up most of the way and then up to 100. So we're 80 mile an hour, then a 90 mile an hour limit coming up by the look of it. And we are 4.8 miles from Newton Abbot. Hello! He might well have been waiting for us to get out of his way, because he couldn't go through while we were still running on that right hand rail. Now we're back to the normal side. They can obviously use the other side. So single line running causes a few problems, no doubt about that. It does look at the moment like we're not going to be too late riding up the next one, so let's hope we can keep it that way. 80 mile an hour limit now, but I doubt we'll get anywhere near 80. I haven't seen this train get near 80 yet. Very gloomy, I have to say, very gloomy day. So I'd be interested in comments as to what you think of different scenarios that we do and which ones you particularly like, and therefore what sort of thing you might want me to do, especially if we do some live streaming. If you guys are up for live streaming, we could do that, and we could pick some scenarios you like the look of. So we're 3.25 miles from Newton Abbot, so can just let it run at the moment. Coming towards the 60 mile an hour limit. I think we'll have plenty of time to slow down for that yet. About 30 seconds late by the look of things. Really like to get some time back, but it is virtually impossible if your train won't actually reach 80, 90 mile an hour limits. You're not going to get any time back, unfortunately. We're just coming up with 70 now, so I'm just going to start coasting and be ready to apply the brakes to get us down to the right speed for a 60 mile an hour limit. That would be the warning for the 60, there it is. So I'll just get us much closer to that. There we go. We can see Newton Abbot is now on the scrolling display, and there's a 40 mile an hour limit just before it. So we're going to need to slow again shortly. We've got a flashing yellow signal. Flashing double yellow, actually. Could be that we're going to change track again. That might be while we're going down to 40 mile an hour, shortly before Newton Abbot. I think on a previous scenario, didn't we go left to get into the platform at Newton Abbot? I think we did. Just acknowledge that. Get ourselves down towards 40. And then we'll have to be checking whether the next signal is red, because we had a double yellow then a single yellow. Not sure which of those signals down there is for us. I assume it's the yellow with the board going left. I think that's what's going on. We're going to be changing tracks to the left again. Yeah, that's our line. That red is for the other line up there. So we're below 40, but now we need to brake for the platform. Again, you don't want to be braking too hard, because you'll get wheel slip. So step 1 initially, and then if we need to, we can go to step 2. And we'll pull up somewhere near these stairs. So she's obviously going to get on. So let's just check our task list as to where we are. So we're down at task 7, so we've only got one more stop and then the final station. So we're getting there. It's been a total disaster, I think you have to say. So plus 104 points, so that's good. We're still in positive scores, which is the main thing. You get negative scores and you'll find all your points go extremely fast. And it's very, very hard to get the time back. So okay, so we're in a 40 coming to a 45, which at least are limits that the train is likely to get up to reasonably quickly. So perhaps doing like 40.9 might get a bit of time back. It's worth a try. What a horrible day though. Awful day. To ask the weather forecasters how long this is going to keep up for. Looks like we're going slightly uphill now, and then immediately start speeding again. I don't know why, because okay, 45 limit now. So as soon as that is there, which it is now, you have to wait for the back of the train to go through the new speed limit when it's going up. So we're about 5 miles from Torquay by the look of things. Just try and keep it a little bit over 45, see if that will enable us to pull back a little bit of time. We're not due to be very late at all, so maybe it will help. The track looks very flat now, 0.0, so we're not climbing and we're not going downhill either. And we're coming towards the 60 mile an hour limit again. We're near enough, bang on time now I think. I think it will expect us to be running at 60 through this next section. And it'll take this train a while to get up to 60, let alone anything else. We could even be heading for being a few seconds early now, by the look of it. So I don't think we're doing bad considering the problems that exist this morning. It doesn't seem too bad a run, but I don't think we'll get gold medal on this one. That's okay, the main idea was to complete the Riviera Line scenario, so excuse me, it's not a hiccup then. Sorry, just taking a drink to stop me hiccuping for you guys, hopefully. Right, so we're coming up on a 45 again. It's uphill. Quite sharply uphill, actually, by the look of it. And then it's going to be downhill, so we're going to have to watch that, because that will take our speed over the limit if we're not careful. So one assumes that was the only temporary speed limit we're going to have to worry about, so that's okay, I guess. Thought there might have been a bit more, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll start coasting now and just losing a bit of speed as we go uphill. That'll be the warning for the lower speed limit. There it is, 45. Should be quite nicely down to like 45 by the time we get there. We'll probably just speed up a little bit and just try and keep our speed somewhere near the 45. And now it's indicating we're fast approaching the 30. So there's a 30 then a 40 by the look of it. So let's try and keep around 45 at this point. Signals are green, so that's good. Train coming the other way. Right. Okay. So we're starting this downhill section now, so try and use the brakes to regulate our speed, because you can see it's increasing all the time, even with us having the accelerator on 0%. Okay, so start braking for the 30-mile-an-hour limit now, because I say it is downhill. It'll take a little bit longer to get down to that sort of speed. Excuse me. Okay, so we're very close to the 30-mile-an-hour limit now. So again, I'm going to try and keep it around that sort of area. And there's Torquay Platform 1 appearing on the scrolling display. So we're now in the 30, and very soon it goes back up to 40 mile an hour. This isn't the platform, so I'm not sure what platform that is, but it's obviously one that we don't stop at. So we're coming to this 40 mile an hour limit now. We actually said speeding just as we went into the 40. So it doesn't, we were speeding actually, but there you go. Anyway, we're half a mile from Torquay Platform 1, so we'll get ready to stop. Not the fastest journey, I have to say. I think we're going to be a bit late again, so won't be getting maximum points, so definitely won't be getting a gold medal out of this, I don't think. Shame, but then we've had one silver earlier on the Riviera Line, so wouldn't be all gold anyway. I'd hope we might get silver out of this, so that would mean that we've done all the scenarios and no worse than silver. That would be quite good. So we'll try and come to a halt around here. They'll get on if they want. Yes, that chap got on. Saw him standing back there. This young lady, I think he's going to get on. You need a coat. It's too wet to be walking around dressing like that. Another gentleman coming to get on by the point. Looked like he had at least got a jacket on. Something, I suppose. And another one. So we're going to get ready to go very shortly. Hopefully more points. Should be positive points. I don't think we were... I think we were probably early by the look of it. Anyway, let's just let that go across and get out of here and get to our last stop. 112 bonus, that's fine. So I'm just going to go around the 70% initially, and then once we get to about 15 miles an hour, go up to the 100. There we go. Bearing in mind we're in a 40, we're 2.17 miles from Paynton, so a little over 2 miles. Should go by fairly quick. And that will be the end of the Riviera Line, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I think it's a nice scenario, it's a nice line. So we're needing to accelerate a little bit. Get us up to the 40 mark. try to keep the speed around about 40 if we can. We seem to be losing quite a lot of speed at the moment because we're going uphill. Soon going to be going downhill again, so again we'll have to watch our speed, make sure we don't just tick over the speed limit. There's the Paynton platform 1 coming up, with 15 mph limit just before it. So we need to be slowing down fairly soon. Let's try and keep ourselves up at 40 in the meantime. Okay, that's going to be a warning for the lower speed limit again. There's the board. And 15 miles an hour. Certainly quite slow. Over the speed too far, just try and keep us around about there. Start braking anyway for the 15 mph limit now, so we certainly won't be speeding again. So this signal isn't green, so we're going to have to acknowledge this in a minute. I was hoping to get down to the 15 mph beforehand. Yeah, let's try that. No, that's going to accelerate still. I just thought we'd have got a warning about this signal, but I haven't seen one. So it's a bit strange. It sounded like they told it maybe it was a green signal, but it's clearly not green. Let's keep it around the 15. And we're coming into the final platform. Near enough there. Okay, let's put the brakes on and we'll roll to a halt. We're Paynton. Anywhere around here should do. That will do fine. So we'll see what score we got in a minute, but I certainly don't think it's going to be a gold star on this one. I think the best we can hope for is silver. Though we do seem to be over a minute early at this one. So certainly not late, let's put it that way. Which, given the situation with the weather and temporary speed limits, I think it's quite an achievement really to be there on time, in fact a bit early. When you are early it just means you've got to sit still for a bit longer, but not much we can do about that. So I wonder what happens if we click the lights again. Oh right, so that puts red lights on. So that is the brightest setting, definitely. Well done, you managed to provide a smooth, on-time service. Well done. Okay. Yep, silver, that's fine. So that's the end of the Riviera Line then, guys. So next time we'll try and finish another route. Okay, take care. Bye now.